My name is Dan Fichter. I own Wanna Get Fast Power Speed Training. It's a business dedicated to making athletes more explosive, moving more efficiently, without compensation patterns. And we try to create the best product that we can in here, because every time someone leaves our gym and goes out to perform, it's our name on their back, and we're really proud of what we have going on in here. So Don's standing on this platform to warm himself up neuromuscularly, meaning we're contracting the muscles at the same hertz that the vibration platform is shaking at. So if we're on 30 hertz, his muscles are getting a sense of contracting 30 times in that second. So it stimulates a couple different things. It stimulates blood flow, it stimulates fast twitch, and it also prepares the body neurologically to train. So the way we train is pretty explosive, and we do a lot of the brain communicating with the muscles to turn on and turn off at high velocities, and you'll see some of that we do today. But 3 or 4 sets of squats on this, loosening on the arc machine, and we're ready to go. Been probably doing this 15 years. Been kind of advertising it for maybe about 5 or 6 years. Started training a lot of professional athletes, and we were training in secluded areas, so we wouldn't get a lot of people to come by and watch and get that fishbowl mentality. And then once the pro athletes started to circulate through and kind of move on to their being traded or whatever, we started to take on some high school kids, college kids, all different types of sports. And it's been a great journey to watch kids grow up in here and go out and compete, earn scholarships, play in the pros, watch a fighter come in here, do his thing here, go out in the cage and display some of the traits that we're trying to teach him in here. It's kind of neat. Okay, what this machine is, it's called an inertial impulse machine. It slides on a track that's gravity free, so your muscles have to turn on and turn off to stop it and to move it. Normally in any type of cable exercise, you pull and the resistance gets more as you continue to pull. This, you have to control the movement on and off with your muscular system and the connection to your nervous system in order to make this thing move. Because if you don't, and you just turn it on, it'll stop moving. Okay? So it teaches timing of the muscles. And too often we talk about we practice fast. This machine makes you practice fast, and it teaches you how to move fast. 10 seconds other arm. There we go. There we go. Go. Now we're going to jab it. As you can see, it looks really easy, but in order to coordinate your nervous system and your muscular system to turn this machine on and off without it stopping is a feat in itself. If you look at it, at the way it moves, if I don't control the movement, it won't move. Went to Brockport State, graduated with a physical education degree, taught phys ed in the middle school for 10 years, coached football, coached track, was actually Don's middle school wrestling coach. Been involved with martial arts most of my life, through my father who was a black belt in karate, and kind of watched the UFC and said, you know what, the karate thing, don't think it's really working too much anymore. I want to see. Actually went into a jiu-jitsu class, saw Don in there, we kind of got to talking, and I told him what I did, and he was kind of interested, and then it started from there. And what I like about the MMA guys is the mentality that they possess when they come in to train is second to none, and that's what we need in here. We don't need great athletes. We need the will to prepare to be successful. It's really more important than the will for success. Most people train plyometrics for their lower body. As a fighter, you better have a pretty explosive upper body. So one of the things that we have Don do is get into a position of a bench press, and we have him throw this slab into the air, and he learns how to absorb energy into his upper body, which is very similar to plyometrics in your lower body. Go ahead, 4 reps. Good. Okay, So as you see, there's not a lot of repetitions here involved, just like jumping. We want maximum effort in perfect position and learning how to absorb and then repel the energy. One more set. Explode. Good. The things that we work on with Don a lot is working on his posterior side, his glutes, his hamstrings, his calves. That's the generation of power that comes from the body. So what we do here again is we're going to bring him down slowly, eccentrically, lengthening the muscle, and then when I go to touch him, I'm going to push him back up over speed. So it's going to send a neuromuscular sensation through his body faster than he'd normally be able to turn on, and then he's going to stop it at the top. So most people will do a normal repetition. It looks like this. He comes down. I'm not going to push it. And then he goes up, and everybody gets excited about a repetition like that. And that's good stuff. It's good strength training. But in order to make it what happens in a live fight or what happens in a live sporting event, it looks a little bit more like this. I'm going to push it back up.
I'm going to slow down.
Yep, slow down. So he's lengthening, 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 lengthening. Go! I'm going to pull him back up. And as I go to push him, he's pulling at the same time. There we go. Good. One more. Good. So now he has to be able to engage at the bottom to pull himself up, and then he has to stop the motion in perfect form, which is ears, shoulders, hips, knees in perfect alignment. The problem I see out there in this country with training is everybody does sport-specific training. And that's kind of like a fad to sell something. It's kind of like core training. We train human beings, and we train humans to move faster than they did before. So that means turning muscles on and turning muscles off through their nervous system without compensation patterns. When you can create that environment, you create explosive athletes. And when you individualize it for each athlete, not the sport, for each athlete that comes in with their own motor patterns that they've developed, then you get outstanding results. We've had Rory Fitzpatrick, Brian Giunta, Ryan Callahan was playing in the Olympics. We've had Victoria Roboco competed in the Summer Olympics. We've had professional fighters like Don in here. So we've had a variety of different athletes from a variety of different sporting backgrounds. And when you train movement specific and not sport specific, that's why you can create protocols that will enhance anybody's movement. Go, 5 drops. Okay, this exercise, what we're doing is we're forcing a static contraction, there's no movement, and then Don's dropping and catching a 25-pound plate, which when you drop it and it moves at the rate of gravity pulling it down, when you stop it here, every muscle in your upper torso has to turn on in order for you to stop it. And when you get all muscles to turn on at the same time, good things happen in all athletic events. We have had 11-year-old kids come in here to 30-year-old adults who are in the end of their career professionally. So the gains that you see in here are accelerated so much faster than in normal programs because we individualize all training. And it's based off of a movement screening that we give you, and the results have been astounding.
Yeah, we just kind of gave you a rough overview of some different things we do in here. There's definitely some things we didn't show you that we do, and some different variations of the things we did show you that will make up a typical workout. But I'm usually in here 2 or 3 times a week, depending on how close I am to a fight or how my body's feeling. And we'll do anything from recovery stuff like Wally's doing over here to training, out in the gym, to just general loosening to, make yourself feel a little better as you're leading up to a fight. So there's a pretty wide range of things that are covered here. And also it's nice to come in here and get a totally different aspect of training compared, because I'm on the mats, I'm in the boxing ring, I'm in the cage, all these other workouts during the week and stuff. So it's nice to come in here and get a change of scenery and do something totally different. I don't have to put on any boxing gloves or shin pads or worry about getting hit when I'm in here. It's just I'm in here training, and also, like I said, the diversity of the training in here has been really helpful. Whether if I'm feeling lousy one day, you know, he's got something that can help me feel a little better. You know, if I'm feeling great and want to set the world on fire, he'll switch up my workout and beat me into the ground. You know, so it's really it's a lot of give and take between Dan and I as far as what I'm feeling and what I'm trying to accomplish. And you know, he adds his expertise. I think it's worked out really well.